Hello everyone. Welcome to the Smartpoint learning series by Travelport Central and West Africa. In this video, we will learn about how to check timetable in Galileo. But before that, I will show you some basic but important commands. The first command here is @LT, where LT means local time. When you will type this command in your terminal, it will show you the current local time of your city. Now, because I am situated in Abidjan, it shows that the local time in Abidjan is 18 hours 13 minutes. It's Tuesday, 26th May 2020. Time difference from GMT time zone is 00 hours and 00 minutes, just because Abidjan falls under GMT time zone. Now, the same way, if you want to know the local time in Addis, so all you'll have to do is just type @LT and then the city code of Addis, which is ADD. When you press enter, you may see that the local time in Addis is 21 hours 13 minutes. It's Tuesday there and 26th May 2020. Here's the GMT time, which is 18 hours 13 minutes. Okay, and the time difference from GMT is 3 hours. Okay, the same way you may check the local time of Singapore as well. You may see that the local time in Singapore is 2 hours 14 minutes. It's Wednesday there, 27th May 2020. GMT time is this, 18 hours 14 minutes, and the time difference from GMT is 8 hours. So this is how you check the local time of your own city and some other cities in Smartpoint. One more command which we are going to learn here is DCT command. DCT provides you the shortest time interval required to transfer a passenger and their luggage from one flight to another connecting flight. So if you are building a multi-airport itinerary for a passenger, which might involve multiple airlines, then you can check the minimum connect time for a particular airport by typing DCT and then the 3-letter ITA code of that airport. In our case, we are checking it for Bombay. So here you may see standard times. Now, what is the meaning of D and I here? D means domestic and I means international. So basically, the meaning of DD is that if a passenger has just performed his domestic journey and further he has a connecting domestic flight to catch, so he needs at least 30 minutes at Bombay airport to catch that flight. The same way, if a passenger has just performed his domestic journey and further he has an international flight to catch, so he needs at least 2 hours and 30 minutes to catch that flight at Bombay airport. The same goes for international to domestic flight. He needs 3 hours, and then international to international flight where he needs at least 1 hour to catch that flight. Now, there is a possibility that standard minimum connection time of an airport does not meet the airline's business need. So they might file exceptional minimum connection time that overrides the standard time. That is why we have these details mentioned below the standard times. Here, DD means domestic to domestic journey. AI is the code of Air India. Y in this column specifies that the condition of minimum connect time is applied to all the airlines which are in code share with Air India. Then we have the flight range. After that, we have this column which specifies the terminal number, which is 2. Another important but optional column is date column, which shows that this minimum connect time is applicable from which date. And finally, this is the overridden minimum connect time by airline. You can also move down further to see overridden minimum connect time of other airlines. Now, it is also possible that if you have an existing itinerary or PNR and you want to validate it for minimum connect time, then you can also do it. For this thing, you will just have to retrieve the PNR or your booking file, and then you will type @empty to perform the validation. Here you can see that system is showing that all the connections in this booking file are valid. If they are not valid, then also it will show you that your itinerary does not fulfill the minimum connect time criteria. Now, we will move further towards our another topic, which is timetable. To see timetable in Smartpoint, the command is tt, which means timetable. Then you type origin airport code and then destination airport code. So here we are checking the timetable of flights between Abidjan and Dakar. Here you may see that this is showing the timetable from 27th May 2020, because today is 27th May. If you want to see the timetable from a specific date, then you may specify the date after TT. So now you may see that system is showing us timetable from 20th June 2020. Also, it is very easy to understand the results displayed here after using this timetable command. First of all, here you may see the date. After this, all the days of the week are represented here by the numbers from 1 to 7. So if you see the dot here, which means flight will not operate on that day of the week, and if you see the number here, which means the flight will operate on this particular day of the week. If you see the numbers from 1 to 7 written here, that means the flight will operate on daily basis. Now, after this, ABJ is the code of Abidjan, which is origin, and DSS is the code of Dakar, which is destination. 11:30 is the departure time and 14:20 is the arrival time. Then we have HF 700, which is the flight number, and HF here represents the airline, which is Air Côte d'Ivoire, and 320 here is the equipment code. Now, if you want to see the timetable of a specific airline, then after this command you may type / and then the airline code. Here I have specified the code of Air Senegal, so results are filtered as per that. It is also possible to specify midpoints with this timetable entry. Let's say you want to check timetable of flights between Abidjan and Delhi via Addis from 20th July. So we will type TT 20th July Abidjan Delhi, then dot, and after this dot we'll specify the midpoint, which is Addis. Here you must see the results. You can move down further to see more results. One more thing which I would like to clarify here is this hash after the timing. This hash represents the next day, which means this flight will arrive in the destination city the very next day of departure. So that's all for this video. If you are watching this video on YouTube, then like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.